For this last segment, I'm going to do number 19 and number 23. And for this, they're asking for rewrite the definition as a biconditional statement. To be a biconditional statement, you got to make sure that the statement, the if-then statement, and the converse are both true. What I mean by that is that if P implies Q is true, and then the converse, which is Q implies P is true, then you could write a biconditional statement. And biconditional statement, it means that it's an if and only if statement. So let me do number 19 here. And first you need to check an angle would measure between 90. So let's call this P and this is Q. So if it's an angle between 90 and 180, then it's obtuse. Well, that's true. So we check that. P implies Q. Now let's check Q implies P. If it's an obtuse angle, then the measure lies between 90 and 180 degrees. So that's true too. So that checks. So now you can write a biconditional statement. To write a biconditional statement, just don't put the if and then in the statement. Just start with the P and then write the Q and put if and only if in between. So what I mean by that is, okay, an angle is, so I'm not going to put if, I'm just going to put an angle measure between, measure between 90 degrees and 180 if and only if. So you could put if and only if, now put Q. It is called, if and only if, it is called obtuse. That's how you would write a biconditional statement. Just put, instead of if P then Q, just put P, if and only if Q. Number 23. Now here, determinative statement is a valid definition. Valid definition means that if it's an if and only if, that means it works one way and it works the other way as well too. And let's, just like the if and only if. So let's call this part, so this if part is P and the then part right here is Q. So let's read. If the side of a triangle are all the same length, then the triangle is equilateral. That is true. So we check that that's true. Now let's check Q. If Q, then P. If the triangle is equilateral, then the sides of a triangle are all the same length. That is true too. So this is a good definition because I can write an if and only if statement. So this is good definition. So you're gonna determine if it's a good definition or if it's not.